This episode of The Main Card is brought to you by Situation by Ndu from the Clan featuring Lutando. Download or stream the single from music.theblacksmith.com. That is music.theblacksmithed.com.
Girl, your situation turning someone into something. I don't know your situation.
Alright everyone, this is the final episode of The Main Card right here, and you know, the final episode of season 1, that is, of The Main Card, and it's been like an incredible journey. I can pretty much promise you right now, like this entire time that I've been doing this show, and my only thing was that I was just always hoping that people were going to be enjoying the show. I was always hoping that people are going to, you know, give the show a chance, like give themselves an opportunity to enjoy it. And I'm really glad that there's, you know, the number of people who did listen to it, they have been listening to it, and you know, positive feedback. I can definitely tell you that I've literally enjoyed the positive feedback that came through with regards to the show, and to all of you guys who listen, man, I really, really appreciate it. I was literally going to do today's episode and just let it be like an episode where I just want to say thank you to everyone. But that changed. Well, okay, that didn't necessarily change all in all. It's just that now I'm not just going to be saying thank you to people, to all of you guys for listening to the show. What I'm also going to be doing is like going through what we heard earlier on today in the morning when Supersport broke the news at around about after 3 a.m. in the morning, Nochal, when they announced that the WWE is coming back to South Africa, you know, and they will be going to Cape Town, they'll be at Pretoria, and they'll be in Johannesburg, and all this will be in April, from April the 18th to April the 21st. We're going to be having the WWE back here in South Africa once again, and you know what? Man, when I woke up, I literally took my phone and I went through WhatsApp, and I was just doing what people do when they wake up these days when they take their phone. And then I saw Lwazi uploaded the status, and it had that screen grab where the news broke on Facebook from Supersport, and I honestly thought it was a joke. In the first place, I went straight to the WWE Facebook page, and lo and behold, it was right there. Well, the WWE saying that they're coming to South Africa. I was like, what? And it literally shook me to the core, and I was just thinking to myself, I cannot believe this. We've literally been asking for this for the longest time, and now it's finally happening. So I was literally in such a state of happiness. I couldn't even, like, it was that happiness where you're so shaken that you can't even scream out loud or do that. It's just like I was shaking, and I was like so emotional because of the fact that I have an opportunity, myself personally, I have an opportunity to go watch my first ever WWE live event, because there's been, to my knowledge, since I started watching wrestling, there's been 2 live events here in South Africa. I'm sure there's been more, but like there's only been 2 WWE live events that I know of, where there was a Here Comes the Pain tour. I think that one was in 2003, if not in sometime in 2004. I think it was in 2003, and there was also the tour in 2011. I could not go to the Here Comes the Pain tour because I had no money for that. And I was a kid as well, so I didn't even know how you go on about doing those things. And living in an area that's very far away from all these main key points, if I put it that way, didn't make it so easy. And then the 2011 one, man, I wanted to go to that tour so badly, but even then I couldn't come up with the cash to go to it. And it was I was so disappointed and like just plain, so sad about that. And Lwazi went to it, and he told me all about it when we were interacting on Facebook. Like, he told me all about it, but I was so disappointed that I couldn't go, man. Like, I really, really wished I could go. So for the longest time, for like the past number of years, I've literally just been dreaming about watching the WWE live, and getting that opportunity, and just getting the chance to just see them live. Of course, like the biggest dream of them all is to watch WrestleMania live and to experience WrestleMania week in its entirety. Like that's the biggest dream of them all, for me and Loazi, and that's like our dream, That's like the main one there, that one's on its own. And obviously I did an episode around that where we discovered that it's so like it would cost us over it would cost us over not 2 point, but it would cost us over like close to $250,000 to have like the full WrestleMania experience. So that was like very steep. So that was like almost impossible at the moment. But then now you have them coming through here in next year in April, and they're going to be coming through after WrestleMania. That's another thing. So this is going to be very interesting in the sense that all the aftermania, the aftermath of WrestleMania will be trickling over here. So all the new champions, any person who debuts before Mania or even after WrestleMania, which is very likely, that might be coming here. People from NXT might be here. You never know. I mean, we might get Ember Moon. Okay, first I'll be excited. I mean, Ember Moon might be here. So it's an exciting time, and I really, really can't wait for them to come through. So what I wanted to do in terms of like celebrating this aspect of, WWE coming through here, and before I do that and go through, the ticket prices and everything, I got to give a shout out to SuperSport, man. And I want to just say thank you to you guys for, taking on the investment that is the WWE, and showing that by, you can give us the live content and carrying also the primetime repeats and just giving it a chance. Like, well, I just want to say personally for myself, and I want to just say thank you to you guys for doing that. It's like a huge thing for us, and we've literally been, craving for that for the longest time. And best thing of all, you give us all the pay-per-views, you give them to us live, and you give us Monday Night Raw and SmackDown live. So I just want to say thank you, man. I don't know, there's nothing beyond that except just saying thank you, because you guys just decided to take that responsibility and that investment, and hopefully there's enough numbers of us watching for you guys to also benefit off of that. So, and I'm sure that you guys are the ones who facilitated this tour, and very glad that you're able to do that, man. It's it's amazing, man. It's amazing. I'm very happy right now, and like I think I was close to tears on like 2 occasions today after I got the news. So my focus now is just trying to, secure a ticket so I can get into and watch, all the action. But speaking of which, so I decided what I can do here is to go through the ticket prices. Let's go to this website where they get the ticket prices from, and let you guys know about what kind of ticket prices are we looking at here from the different venues, because remember, it's going to be Cape Town at the Grand West. It's going to be Pretoria for the first time ever at the Sun Arena in Times Square. And it's going to be in Joburg at the Ticket Pro Dome, right? Cape Town is on the 18th, Pretoria is on the 20th, and Joburg is on the 21st, right? So the tickets, they range in different prices from what I've seen here. So I want to just break it down for you guys, and I want to just show you as well so that you can decide for yourselves. First of all, ticket prices, your ticket sales, they're going to start from this coming Wednesday, Wednesday the 13th, from like 9 a.m. if I'm not mistaken. So that's when they're going to start selling tickets. So that's when you can get your tickets, and for whatever location that is that you're going to be getting it for. So I want to start the first event in Cape Town. So what you can see here, and you can see the floor plan of Cape Town, as you can see how they've put everything together. And let's start with the most important seats, which is the ringside area. The ringside area, from what we've seen here, is literally there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 ringside areas, like what they consider to be the ringside VIP, and those tickets cost 1,370. This is in Cape Town at the Grand West, and also behind the ringside, also near the ramp as well, you have what they call the block floor sitting, and those ones are 855 rand. And if you look at the blue block A, B, C, D, and E, that's the blue side, and those tickets are 685 rand. And right behind the blue, those tickets are right behind the blue from block G to block L. Those tickets are 515 rand, right, each. And you can see that's in yellow. That's in dark yellow. And behind the dark yellow part is the I think I can consider this to be very light yellow. I think that's called the mezzanine. Yes, those tickets are the cheapest there, and those ones are 405 rand, right? And then there's another section there, which is the wheelchair section, the block FC wheelchair area, and those tickets are also 405 rand. So tickets in Cape Town, they range from 405 rand to 1,370 at the Grand West if you want to experience the WWE live. So you gotta go through there. That's gonna be on Wednesday the 18th, and it starts at 7 p.m. Right. So that's Cape Town. Ne? Now let's go on over to Pretoria at the Sun Arena at Times Square. And looks like in Pretoria, like the Sun Arena is much bigger than the Grand West. Yeah, it looks like it's much bigger. Even the design is different. So the range of the tickets in the Sun Arena is from 460 rand to 1,705 rand. 1,705 rand. Those are the ringside tickets. And directly behind the ringside, there's two sections of ringside, as it seems. And both of those tickets in purple, dark and light purple, are 1,705, right? Behind those ringside areas, in the blue, you have blocks from block FA, from block FAA, going around to block FA, FB, FC, FD, FE, FF, FG, FH, and block FAA. In the blue, those ones are 855 rand. And behind those ones, you have the yellow ones from block B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. Those ones are 685 rand, right? And then behind that, not behind actually. So in the bright yellow, those tickets are 685 rand, right? Now it would seem that looks like there's an upper section, which is block JA and block JB, which it looks like it's close to the entranceway in the Sun Arena where the wrestlers are going to be making their entrances. And those tickets are 630 rand. Ne? And right at the back, from block K, L, M, N, and P, in the dark blue, those tickets are 460 rand. That's in the Sun Arena at Times Square in Pretoria, if you want to go attend there. So that one will be on Friday, the 20th of April, starting at 7 as well. And now we're getting over to the Dome, the Ticket Pro Dome in Johannesburg. And it looks like the tickets here, the price range is from 460 rand to 1,975. There's only 3 ringside VIP blocks, and those ones are the ones in dark purple. Those are the ones that cost 1,975, right? Not dark purple, actually light purple, but then they turn dark purple as soon as you highlight them. And behind those, you have what they call the block F. Okay, this one's also block F, as it would seems. But just behind the ringside areas, these tickets are 1,025 rand. So the ringside areas on the map on CompuTicket, those ones are light purple, and the sections behind the ringside area, which is block F, they are dark purple. Those tickets are 1,025 rand. Now in blue, also behind the block in block F, but these ones are block FA, FB, FC, FD, FE, and FF. Those tickets are 800 rand. And in yellow, you will see a block A, F, E, and D. Block A, F, E, and D. That's important that you note that. Those tickets are going to be 630 rand. And in block B and C, those tickets are going to be 515. And then you have the rest of the tickets which are going to be going on block AA all the way down to block ZZA and ZZB. That's the mezzanine level. Those tickets are going to be 460 Rand. Now, I've never been to any of these arenas, so I have no idea what the setup is like. So for anyone who's been to the Dome, for anyone who's been to the Sun Arena, for anyone who's been to the Grand Arena in Grand West, they know what the setup is like. I have no idea what it looks like, so I can't say which are the best tickets to buy. Obviously, the best tickets will be ringside. That would be my assumption. But like if you want to go for like a much more affordable option where you can also be comfortable and watch the show properly, I wouldn't be able to advise it because even I don't know. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's where you gotta go, you guys. You have to go to computicket.com and search for WWE there so you can get your tickets. Remember, ticket sales start from Wednesday, this coming Wednesday at 9 a.m. right? 9 a.m. So get your tickets there and come through to the event, man. I'm going to be looking to get my tickets as well. I'm going to be trying to hustle the cash so I can get my tickets. So that's WWE coming to South Africa, man. And I'm literally excited right now. My number one priority at this moment is to literally just try and get a ticket, try and make the money to get a ticket so I can buy a ticket so I can attend one of the shows. And, me and the guys have been talking on social media, on Twitter, about where we want to go, and guys talked about Cape Town, and it looks like the entire social media crew wants to go to Cape Town. So it would be really great if all of us would just pitch up there in Cape Town so we can enjoy the show. It looks like the show might be like an hour and 30 minutes. That's excluding any other entertainment. So we can at least expect like 2 hours. For me, man, I just want to be there. I just want to be around that vibe, for the first time ever in my life. Like 14 years of knowing that there's such a thing as a WWE live event. And now there's an opportunity to attend one. So I'm very happy about that. I'm definitely going to tell you now, I'm very happy about that. So I'm looking forward, to possibly, attending a WWE live event and seeing all these guys, man. Wow. I mean, the poster that they have here, it's got Roman Reigns, it's got Braun Strowman, it's got Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, it's got the whole Shield. But what are the chances that the Shield is still going to be together after WrestleMania? I don't know. It's got Alexa Bliss, it's got Finn Balor, my God. It's got Bray Wyatt, Sasha Banks, Bayley, The Miz, Samoa Joe, Asuka. It's got The Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro. It's got Nia Jax, man. And I'm thinking that by this poster is it's mostly promotional, for promotional purposes, this one, I don't think, but that's the only crew of people who are going to come here. I don't think it's going to be the only crew of people because, there's also SmackDown Live. There's AJ, there's Kevin Owens, there's Sami Zayn, there's Ty Dillinger. I mean, Ty, oh man. I'm even bumping into the microphone. I'm an AJ Styles, Ember Moon, and Ty Dillinger guy. So to see Ty Dillinger, and AJ Styles as well, man, you've got so many possibilities of people who could come, and I don't know who's gonna come, and I'm just excited for whoever it is, even people have no idea, but I'm excited if it's SmackDown Live. I'm excited to see Baron Corbin as well. I want to see the Lone Wolf, man. People have no idea how much I'm I'm just literally looking forward to this, man. I'm literally trying to raise the money to come over and see the entire thing, man. My first WWE live event in my life. 14 years of waiting for this. And it can happen. The opportunity is there. And I want to try to make it happen by all means. So let's get our tickets, man. Let's just get our tickets. All right, so yeah, let's get our tickets. And guys, let's just have a great time. And look, I just hope that but there's not going to be any incidents this time, unlike what happened in 2011 when that guy hopped into the ring and hit Randy Orton with a low blow, which caused, from what I heard from people who were there, meet and greets were cancelled after that. So I just hope there won't be any incident of that kind this time. I just hope that people just gonna go and just gonna enjoy themselves and like have a great time, create a great atmosphere for the wrestlers. Because I was watching clips online of the tour that they had in India, and in India, God, the vibe was like lit. The vibe was so lit. When the Shield came out, when Samoa Joe came out, everyone was like, Joe. When Triple H came out, when Jinder Mahal came out, that's why I'm sad for Durban, because Durban is not getting an event this year. And I was daydreaming about Jinder Mahal being in Durban, for instance. I imagine how cool that might have been, because the Indian community here in South Africa the majority of it all, it's in Durban. So imagine how Jinder Mahal coming through to Durban, So Durban is not getting an event, and I'm sad for them on that regard. But at the same time, Port Elizabeth is also not getting an event, and so that's also doubly sad. You know what I mean? So, man, I suppose it is the way it is, and I just want to see these guys, man. I just want to be in that vibe. I just want to experience this like for the first time in my life. I'm just speaking for myself right now. Yeah, man. Like, I'm very, very emotional right now. Like, I'm not sure if people can tell, but I'm very emotional, man. Like, this is like the one thing that I've wanted to like experience like for the longest time, man. And the WrestleMania dream that's the dream that me and Loisy have, and I'm as impossible as that dream may seem, I'm still keeping that dream inside of me right now, because it's the be all end all, man. It's that's what it's all about, So, and given the fact that this opportunity to watch these guys perform, it's there now. For people who've seen these guys perform, whether here in SA or overseas, I can't relate to that experience because I've never had it, and I'm working towards like being able to watch this on a daily basis, so like live. So man, I'm just looking at this poster repeatedly, time and time again, and each time I look at it, it just feels like the first time that I saw it this morning, and it doesn't get. It's still sinking in even now. Like, I'm not sure, man. I'm just excited, man. I'm a combination of emotional and excited, and I think I'm only gonna be outright excited when I have the ticket in my hand, the ticket that says my seat is reserved in whatever arena I'm gonna go to see these guys, and yeah, that's the next step right now, man. Hey guys, don't worry, you're still listening to the main card right here on the YouTube channel, and it's a bit uncharacteristic at this time of the day, but don't worry, the second part of the show will still carry on. But I just want to remind you all to pick up Situation from music.theblacksmith.com. Situation by Ndu from the Clan featuring Lutando. Download or stream the song from music.theblacksmith.com. That is music.theblacksmithed.com. Pick up Situation and enjoy it.
Wanted to kill your vibe, wanted to call you out on everything you told me. I wanted to drag you down, wanted to see you cry.
So what I want to do right now as well is to also just say thank you to everyone who took time to listen to the main card, took time to give the main card a chance. Nothing like this has ever been done before in South Africa. I'm literally the first person to do it. When I started doing this show, when it was called The Wrestling Show, I updated about it on social media here at Matiba's Radio, where I first did the show. The story around that is I'm not sure if I think I can tell the story. I still have time. The story around that is that there was a time during recess where there was like a time period where I'm still around here in this area of Port Elizabeth. So an opportunity opened up where the radio station needed someone to fill in for like a certain time during the week. And I no, it wasn't recess, man. It was I decided to ask the boss. Yeah, it wasn't recess. No, it was still during school times. But I decided to ask the boss that, but no one actually takes the morning slots, like from bright early morning. I'd like to have a chance to like do a wrestling show, from like 5 in the morning till 7. And he said, okay, try it out. See how far you can get with it. He gave me the go ahead to try it. So I literally that day I went back to my place and I worked on, how the shows are going to be for the next number of days, because there was only 3 days left in that week that I could do the show. So I worked on it and I worked on the plan, and I worked on what I'm going to be touching on different days, and I did the research and I was ready to go. And I remember that first morning, like nothing went right, in the sense that I'm trying to get here to the station in the morning where it's like still dark because it's winter time. So I was trying to get here, but then the bus, the only bus that was available was for 5:40 in the morning, which is 20 to 6. And I was like, okay, I'll have to start my show at a later time. Was it 5:40? I think it was 20 past. But it was between 20 past and 5:40. So I had to wait for that bus. So I couldn't start the show at 5 like I wanted. So when I get to the station, the bus station, the bus is late. So now I have to keep updating people on social media that bus is late, so I can't get there in good time. But I'm still gonna go to the studio. I'll be dropping the link for you guys to listen, etc., etc. So bus shows up. I get to the station, the radio station this time, and I set up, and I start the show. And I literally get to campus at 6, so that's already time lost. So I set up, and I think I start the show at 6:30. And I was having such a great time doing it. I was having a blast. Like, literally, this is like, I felt right at home. This is what I wanted to do. So to get the conversation going on social media, I used the station's platform to get people talking, to get people like interacting with me. And the amount of negative feedback that I just got from people who weren't even listening to the show, but from people who saw that a radio station has a show that's about wrestling, the amount of negative feedback that I got was utterly atrocious. It was like, it was so bad. Not the show wasn't bad, but it's just that negative feedback that people were just giving. And people weren't commenting and they were saying that the show is bad. No, the people who were listening to the show, they were texting me on Twitter. They were some of them were commenting even on the Facebook posts, and some of them were texting me on my phone. They were enjoying the show. But then people who just saw a radio station talking about wrestling here, they just threw all sorts of insults and slurs, and it was so discouraging. And I was so discouraged by that. Like, I mean, you're not even listening, but why? But then it made sense to me at the same time, in the sense that when people see wrestling on their timelines, they automatically get offended, and it baffles me to this day. If you don't want to watch wrestling, just don't watch. So it was really discouraging at that point, and I spoke to the boss about it, because my major worry was hurting the station's image by this. But then I carried on doing the show for another day, and even then the negative comments, they started again, and it was the same people who had negatively commented the day before, but this time they were saying that, look, they're doing it again. I mean, what's happening here? What's wrong with this radio station? Is the presenter nuts? Is the presenter crazy? Is the presenter out of his mind? Is he sane? So, man, it was just so discouraging. And I did the show for the last day of that week on that Friday, and I wrapped it up, man. And everyone who was listening to me was enjoying it. The people who were wrestling fans, they were enjoying it. But, in order to not hurt the station's image, I decided not to, overly push for the show to become a permanent thing, because I was worried about all the negative feedback that was happening. It wasn't necessarily affecting me personally. Like, it wasn't affecting me because you can say whatever it is that you want to say. I don't care, myself personally. But I was just worried about the station's image, so I decided to stop. But then, I decided to branch out and start doing this myself in terms of recording the show myself and not doing it on a, radio station platform. And that worked. And I started posting stuff on YouTube, as you guys are listening here on YouTube. Started posting it and posting it and posting it. Sure, the feedback was, the traction was kind of slow. It was slow, and it's still even slow now. But then people are listening. There are people who are listening. You guys who decide to listen, you are the ones, who encourage me each time. And that's why I keep going, because I do it for y'all. So there are people who are listening. So that's why I decided to take this route, and just record it this way. From time to time, I do get the chance to do it on radio in those kind of days. But I record it myself mostly. And people are listening, and it's very encouraging. And people are debating. There are people who at times, they look forward to the show in terms of, if something happens in the wrestling world, in the WWE, they look forward to the show to see what's the reaction going to be, So it's encouraging, and that's why I want to just come through here and just say thank you to all of you. And you guys have literally just made it very fun for me to do this. I mean, I enjoy doing this. I mean, if I could do this constantly, I would do it, and I'm gonna do it constantly. It's just that now we have to come to the season finale because of the fact that, it's holiday time, it's home time, right? So now I have to move on and I have to go home. And I have to, show affection to the family. But it's mostly because the ability to record the show and to post it and to edit it, the ability to record the show, to edit it and to post it is not available where I live. So I'm not able to do so. So I have to conclude the season here. But then I will be back with season 2 early in 2018, so we can pick up from there. Because then it's the road to WrestleMania. That road to WrestleMania will have begun. Right? It will have begun, and we're going to be going strong to WrestleMania. You have no idea. And directly after that, it's the WWE live event in April after WrestleMania. So WrestleMania is on April the 8th. And 10 days later, those guys are going to be here. So season 2 is going to start really, really well. It's going to pick up steam. And season 2, I'm very excited about season 2 of the main card. And I hope that you guys are going to be excited about it as well. But I just want to say thank you to all of you who take time to listen to the show. And those who leave likes, thank you so much for leaving a like on the YouTube clips. And those who subscribe to my channel, again, I thank you so much for subscribing. It's a small audience, but we're building, and it's a start. And I thank you so much for you guys for listening. And to all of you who share the work, all of you who share the work on your timelines, I really, really appreciate it, man. That's what it's all about, That's how people are going to be able to hear about the show, is if you guys share it, is if you guys, get the word out there, And I really, really appreciate it. And I will do this show for as long as I can do it, because to me, I enjoy it. When it comes to wrestling, man, it's what wrestling is. What I'm not gonna say wrestling is what I'm all about, but wrestling is something that not many people understand how deep the love is when it comes to me and wrestling. I've talked about this with Lozy, where it's imagine if you just work in wrestling for the rest of your life. You wouldn't feel like you have a job. And wrestling is just what it's all about for me. Yeah, it is what it's all about for me. And to just talk on a subject that I enjoy on a daily basis, that's, for me, that's what it's all about. And when it comes to the WWE, a company whose product I've consumed for the longest time since about 2001, 2002, man, it's been a trip. It's literally been a trip. I've seen so much, and I've literally learned so much from wrestling, and I've enjoyed it, though. I've enjoyed it It's been like a journey and a half, and the journey is not over, man. Wrestling is what it's all about when it comes to me, and now I find it very hard to express it in words. But for me, my love for wrestling, you see it because I sit at the TV lounge by myself at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. in the morning at res watching wrestling, and after that I go on about my day. You know, I wake up for the pay-per-views now. Thankfully, I'm able to wake up for the pay-per-views now, you know, and watch the pay-per-views live, man, and just tweet with the guys there and just speak with them online on social media. And I just mark out, you know, moments like when Paige returns, you know, you mark out. When you see like the guys, Ty Dillinger, you know, you just get into it so much. You see AJ Styles, you see Roman Reigns. I mean, people don't like Roman Reigns. I don't know why. I like Roman Reigns. If Roman Reigns comes through to South Africa, man, as soon as I hear that song of his drop, I'm gonna mock the hell out, man. I can't wait to see these guys, man. I'm just grateful that the opportunity to see them is here. So, just to end it off with y'all, thank you so much for coming through to my YouTube channel and for, you know, listening to the show. Next year in season 2, we're gonna try and make it better. Well, not try. No. Next year in season 2, I'm gonna make it better. I'm gonna make it more accessible for people. Gonna keep it the main card is what you know, but I want to try and make it better for y'all. I'm gonna make it better for y'all so that you guys have easy access to it wherever it is that you may be. I'm new to this platform, but thankfully through the education that I got, now I know about such things exist. So now I'm taking advantage of that. But for you guys who have come to listen and who have enjoyed it, I thank you guys so much. It has been an absolute pleasure. It's been an absolute honor to do this show for y'all, and I'm so glad that you've enjoyed it. I mean, I've got my goals for this show. I've got goals to where I would like it to see, or where I would like to see it go. But at the moment, man, I'm just having such a blast doing it for you guys, and for myself too. I'm just doing it for me, and it's so much fun. I enjoy it. If I could do this every single week, I'll be very fine with it, man. If you could like pay me to do this, I mean, obviously you need to get paid because, you know, you need to pay for, you know, food and whatever. But if you could get paid to do this, man, I would do it. This is what it's all about for me, you know. This is it. So my last word for all of you guys is just simply for everyone who loves wrestling. I mean, we're a crowd that's looked at as outcasts, but all of us, we're family, and all of us, we have this one common thing that binds us together, and it's this great form of sport and great form of entertainment that just binds us. So for all of you guys, you know, just know that I got love for all of you guys, man, and thank you so much for actually existing. Once again, to Supersport, thank you for not only bringing the WWE here for us to watch live on your platform, but also bringing the WWE live experience to South Africa for the first time in 6 years, you know. And to WWE yourselves, you guys are amazing, man. Like, I love WWE. I can't put it anything. I can't say anything beyond that. I love WWE. I love wrestling in general, and I love like what it's all about. But in all, I just love the WWE, and not many people understand that. Like, I know one guy understands it. Yeah, and me and him are the same, and that's what it's all about for us, man. It's just for us, it's like you bring WWE, then you've literally tapped into a huge part of our lives. So I know this episode was a bit long, but, you know, it's a season finale, so hopefully you guys will, you know, listen to the whole thing, because, you know, it's everything for me right now. I didn't have a single script. I didn't have any notes at all. Only thing I pulled out for me to read was the ticket prices for the different arenas around the country where the WWE is going to be coming. That's the only thing I had to read. Everything else, I literally just spoke from the heart. So I hope you guys were able to get to this point and were able to hear this episode. And yeah, man, just thank you so much for giving the main card a chance. And I'm so glad that I was able to do the show for you guys. And I'm saying to you that I will see you guys next year for season 2 of the main card. But most of all, I am praying to God that I am going to see you at WWE Live in South Africa. Whether that's in Cape Town, Pretoria, or Johannesburg, I will see you guys at WWE Live. Let's have a great, great time. I'm Seyda, the Chosen King. Thank you so much for tuning into the main card. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode of the main card, the season finale. But I just want to remind you guys one more time to pick up Situation from theblacksmith.com. Situation by Do from the Clan featuring Lutando. Download or stream the song from music.theblacksmith.com.
But girl, your situation